For making technical and vocational education and training TVET a priority in Ghana's education, the Asantehene Otumfuo is applauding government. He similarly believes TVET is the way to go in solving the problem of unemployment. Otumfuo made his remarks at the investiture of Professor Kweku Safo as the first Vice-Chancellor of the Asantehene University of Skills Development and Entrepreneurial Development, formerly the College of Technology Education, Kumasi, and the College of Agriculture Education, Asantehene campuses of the University of Education, Winneba.
The Asantehene University of Skills Training and Entrepreneurial Development was established under an Act of Parliament in 2020 as the only technical and vocational education-based tertiary institution. Its mandate is to implement government's TVET agenda, entrepreneurship and industrialization. The university has 9 faculties and 23 academic departments with modern equipment. The University Council also appointed Professor Kweku Safo as acting Vice-Chancellor until his final investiture to assume full administrative responsibility of the new university. The guest of honor, the Asantehene Otumfuo, applauded the competence of Professor Safo as Vice-Chancellor. He encouraged him to use his years of experience to build the university to become one of the best in the country. Otumfuo pledged his support to government to make the dream of addressing unemployment through skills training a reality.
I'm convinced today, as I was 18 years ago, that TVET is very important for the development of this nation. Sure. That is the way to go. To encourage creativity and innovation as means to job creation is vital to solving the worsening unemployment situation in this country and around the globe. Sure. I heartily join the University Council, management staff and students of this university to commend highly His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo and his government for taking the bold step in establishing Amstead with a mandate to train TVET and entrepreneurial development teachers for our country.
A Deputy Minister for Education in charge of TVET, Mrs. Gifty Trumampofo, says she's encouraged by the number of students pursuing TVET and optimistic that government's target of 40% enrollment by 2030 would be achieved. She noted that students with no science background are also taking an interest in engineering.
I don't see any difference between TVET and STEM. They are the same. Because if you don't understand what you have to do with your heart, your hands, and your mind, there's nothing that you could do to turn things around and do things for yourself. So I'm glad to announce that with the introduction of the free SHS, which has not put any boundaries for any individual, we've been able to increase our tertiary enrollment ratio from 18.84 to 20% this academic year.
The Vice-Chancellor, Professor Kweku Safo, said despite significant achievements chalked up by the new university, it has a challenge with staffing and appealed to government for financial clearance to recruit qualified lecturers.
With a student population of more than 26,000, we are unable to accommodate even 5% of them on each campus. We need more student residential accommodation, more classrooms, workshops and laboratories with modern tools and equipment to cope with the increasing number of students. Again, with our increasing student population, our staff-student ratio currently stands at 1:118 against the standard of GTech, which is 1:27. Our situation is far worse when we compare ourselves to other sister universities.
The Vice-Chancellor said infrastructure to accommodate more students remains a challenge. He said the university was able to offer admission to less than 5% of its qualified applicants. Professor Safo again appealed to the Gates Fund to complete a 3,500-seater capacity auditorium which has stalled for over 15 years. The university also earlier inducted Mr. Augustus Kwabru as the new registrar.